Hi, I'm Jenni Lessard, Executive Chef, Wanuskewin Heritage Park. When I'm at Wanuskewin, I have the absolute pleasure and honor of cooking for our Elders Council. At one of our last meetings, I had a special request for duck and oatmeal soup from one of our elders, Maria Linklater. I had never heard of duck and oatmeal soup, and we were very busy at the meeting, and I didn't have a chance at the time to sit down with Maria and properly ask for the recipe. I phoned Maria and asked her about her famous duck soup. And here's what she had to say.
Hello?
Oh, hi. May I speak with Maria, please? It's Jenni calling. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, good. How are you keeping?
I'm keeping all right.
Thank you for taking my call. And the reason I'm phoning you is because obviously people can't go out to Wanuskewin right now because of this COVID situation. We're trying to create some video content so people can learn a little bit and connect with elders. And so do you mind if I record this call for the video series that I'm going to be doing?
Yeah, you know what? I don't mind. And 1 minute. Right, give me some water.
You were telling me a couple months ago about a duck and oatmeal soup that you used to make.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's so delicious, yeah. That one was our favorite. Oh, we used oatmeal. But, not that minute oatmeal. And the large flake one, it has to be cooked very slow and it has to be roasted quite a bit.
Do you roast the duck first or boil it, or how do you cook the duck?
12 cups of water and 1 duck with salt and pepper.
Okay.
Because that was the only spice we ever had. And you cut it up to pieces first. You cut it up to pieces. And then you put a little bit of salt and pepper after you cut it up. And you let it rest for a little while. And then you start putting it in there. And you keep using a fork to poke the meat in to see if it's done. Because some of these ducks are old, so the meat is hard. Once you boil the duck, you have to boil it really slow. Or else the more you boil it, the harder it gets.
So you didn't add onions or garlic or anything like that?
You just add onion.
An onion, okay.
A Spanish onion.
Yeah.
The one that didn't burn our eyeballs. Okay, the onion you boil it with that. And now you put about 2 cups of this large flake oatmeal.
Okay.
And as you are putting it, you stir it up. Give it a good stir.
Yeah.
And then you're done now, and then just cover it and then let it keep on boiling very, very, very slow.
Do you eat it with bannock or?
Bannock.
Yeah.
Bannock, yeah. Nice bannock you serve with it.
I already cooked the duck. I know Maria said you should cut the duck up raw, season it, let it sit for a while, but I had already cooked the duck before I talked to Maria. So I took the duck carcass, still with a lot of the meat on it, boiled it down, and we have about 1.5 cups of shredded cooked duck. So we're just going to saute some onions. Now this is bacon fat, which is going to give a lovely flavor, but you can also use lard or butter, or probably even just a little bit of canola oil. The duck I cooked didn't have a lot of fat. A lot of times duck is really, really fatty and you'd save that fat. This duck was a skinny little sad duck, did not have a lot of fat to it. So we're just adding a little bit of flavor. We're going to add quite a bit of onion that we're going to caramelize. It must have been maple smoked bacon. It has a really nice smell to it. And Maria didn't say anything about juniper, but I happen to have some juniper from Boreal Heartland in La Ronge, where I'm actually originally from. So I really love the flavors of duck and juniper together. So we're just taking some of the juniper seed, just breaking it up. And we're just going to add that to our duck. There's a little kind of a hard seed inside that you can use a mortar and pestle and kind of grind down, but I'm not going to include that hard inner seed. I'm just taking the outer bit off, just stirring those onions up. It smells good. We're going to put our duck into the broth. Get that boiling again. Bring that back up to speed. I think this needs just a little bit more juniper. Now, if you have red onion, you can totally use red onion. If you have scallions, you can do that. I think the point right now is that you use what you have in your fridge. You could do this with chicken. You could do it with turkey, I'm sure. But I think it's cool how Maria told us that her dad was a hunter, and they had duck quite frequently where they grew up. You may be trying to clean out the contents of your freezer right now, and if that's the case, who knows what you'll find, but I'm sure you can adapt. Oh, that smells lovely though. So when you're cooking this up, your family's going to start running into the kitchen about now and asking you what you're making. Just say soup. You don't have to mention the oatmeal, just say soup. And of course, you'd probably be cooking this up with some bannock. We don't have time today to make bannock, but I'm just going to verbally give you my bannock recipe. It's 3 cups whole wheat flour, 3 cups all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons baking powder, a little handful of brown sugar, about a teaspoon of salt, and 3.5 to 4 cups water, and half a cup of canola oil or lard. Mix that all up, roll it into a circle, knead it a little bit, poke it with a fork, put it in the oven at 375, and you'll have beautiful bannock to go with your duck soup. Okay, so these onions are just starting to get a little golden brown. Let's turn the heat up on that. Get rid of our little juniper pits. I'm going to drag this to the front so you can see it a little bit better. So here's our broth. It looks amazing. We're just going to put in our onions. Now, if you were going to make a bannock, you could actually do it in this cast iron pan, and look how nice and pre-seasoned it is for you. Okay, now here comes the part where I'm just relying on faith. I have never made a soup with oatmeal, but here we go. Large flake oats. I'm sure quick oats would work, but this is the traditional recipe. I think we probably could have used a little bit more duck. Shouldn't have eaten so much for dinner that first night. And then we're just going to let this simmer. So we'll check back in and see how it looks in a bit. Okay, it's time to try this. Duck and oatmeal soup. Oh my goodness, I can totally see why Maria remembers this from her childhood. It's comforting, it's rich. That juniper just brings out a little bit more of the flavor of the duck. Just needs a little bit of salt. Just a tiny bit. She told me not to over season it. Plus in Maria's recipe, you've already salted and peppered the duck, so it would be already kind of pre-seasoned. A little bit of pepper. And you know, the oatmeal, I thought it would be mushy, and I thought it would be like eating a bowl of oats in the morning, but maybe because you're putting it into the boiling water with the fat of the duck, but the oats kind of retain a little bit of toothsomeness, a little bit of depth. So let's try that again. Oh yeah. I just want to take a bowl of that, sit right down, slice of bannock. Thank you so much, Maria, for sharing your knowledge, sharing your memories, and sharing some encouragement with us during this extremely challenging time. Stay well, everyone. Do you have any advice or any words to give people during this time that you think would help them get through it?
I would say, Mia, what they need to do is just keep themselves busy and have a lot of faith. And we have no control over what's happening. But it should be a learning lesson. And what's happening here is a spirit. That disease is a spirit. That sickness is a spirit. And what it's telling us is to respect Mother Earth. Don't be mean to Mother Earth. Don't be mean to animals. The hunters have to go hunting and everybody. If the person has a gift, that's when these gifts have to come out and show cause. Like the woman that can bake. They can. As long as you stay far away from each other, you can bake bannock and feed the people. Like, it's not going to be the end of the world, and they should be making soups and one person delivered. You don't even have to go on. They can go and put them at the steps and these. Like, it could be done where we're not we're not going to take this laying down. Like,
No.
we have a creator that protects us and a creator that guides us no matter what nationality we are. Me, I'm very hopeful that it's not even going to come to us here. It's not even going to come to a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's not even going to come to the elders, because the young people are going to protect the elders.